What's up? Hi ladies and gentlemen, and today we are at Konark. So yeah, I'm staying at this place by the name of Lotus Resorts, which is kind of fancy, comfortable, and just by the beach. It's gonna be fun, but before that, you'll see this room. Y'all need to check this out. I will need to give y'all a tour of the room and the entire property. Wait. Welcome to Lotus Resort. You all had a little tour of the room. Eventually I will give you all a tour of the property. But yes, before we are here, let me tell you a little bit about the mythological aspects of Konark. So not so very long ago, there was a god by the name of Krishna. There still is. And he had a son by the name of Samba. Now Samba here was very cocky and egoistic because he was like, I look so amazing. I am yum. I am like hot chocolate and whatnot. But obviously must have not put it like this. And then what happened is sad. So a sage who was like, Acha, Samba, to itna akkad hai, itna gurur hai, decided to trick Samba and take him to a place. And guess what he did? He convinced Samba to go to a bathing area, and turns out that was the bathing area for Shiva's wives. So as Shiva's son, Krishna got very angry, and immediately, without rhyme reason, without thinking anything, he just cursed Samba. He cursed Samba with leprosy. And what happened next was Samba deteriorated in seconds. And eventually when he ended up telling Krishna what was the reason, Krishna was like, oopsie, that wasn't intended to happen. And he did one thing. He said, the god of healing, that is the god of sun, do one thing, every day meditate and pray to him. For 12 years, Samba did pray and meditate, and impressed by him, the god of sun came and told him, Vats, ek kaam kar. जाके कोनार्क के beaches में, I don't know the word for beaches in Hindi, go and have a dubki over there. A dubki is basically like, I think I was still caught in the camera, bad try. But yeah, so he went in the water, took a dubki, a dip, came out, and voila, he was fine. He became fine. And out of all this respect and appreciation and gratefulness, he built the temple of Konark. But as a matter of fact, archaeologically, apparently it was built in the 12th, 13th century, and it took a good 12 years to make it with 1200 people who were working on it. And there's a different story which I will get to later, but just check out the view outside my room. Done with the room tour, done with the property tour, done with all of that. Missed my breakfast just to get all the shots which I needed. And now I have planned on rewarding myself with a good lunch. With the typical, with the cliched, with the yummy butter naan, mutton and gulab jamun. And yes, after this I will be heading towards Konark, a little bit of digging towards the market, a little more research about the temple, before I give you all the final picture about everything I know and everything y'all need to know. Till then, just wait. I'll get back to y'all in a couple of seconds in the vlog. Let me eat. That's too comfortable. So guess what happened? I just need to take a note to myself that Mr. Parekh, when you come on a trip next time, where you have little bit of extra work than normal, take an alarm with you because the phone doesn't seem to work. Nah, just doesn't seem to work. It's so comfortable right now. Not that I had lot of work, it was raining, but it's like, don't you all feel this nap in between trips and all while you're traveling and all? And this nap is like the best feeling on earth. And then you get up with all the guilt, like, why did I sleep? What made me sleep? What was I thinking when I slept? Why did I do what I do? Oh. I couldn't sleep. Even though I said I was too comfortable and I wanted to sleep and even dozed off for some time, my stomach went all good, and yeah, just woke me up. I will show you all the time lapse when I get up tomorrow in the morning. I thought I'll be too smart and cinematic and blah and will maintain this continuity and just cut into a time lapse and all. But yeah, I'm awake. I'm wide awake. And if you've seen my story. So what do you do when you're one plate chicken tikka down? Order another one. So, do you know what to do when you're done with your second plate of chicken tikka? Order your third plate. And guess what's the worst part about this? I am even watching Terminator at the same time.
ये नहीं जानती.
In Hindi. So yeah.
उसको पता नहीं चला कि तुम्हारे अंदर 200 किलो का लोहा है.
Good morning. Now that y'all got done with the time lapse, do let me know how it is because I am not going to know while I'm recording this. I will get to know how it is in the post-production. And you know what's the worst thing about winters is having a shower at 6 o'clock in the morning and each drop is like acid falling on your body and killing you. It's nightmarish. You know, now the little dance we do when the first drops of water come, like first hands, legs, head, then body, and body is, oh my god. Just but before all of that, now I'm gonna head to Konark, that's the Sun Temple, and I need you to keep one thing in mind. Odisha mein Bhubaneswar, Konark, and Puri. These three places come together and they form the golden triangle. Just keep that in mind. It'll be important. Trust me. I have to go there. Do you see this? This thing is abnormally good. Like what? Okay, now let me tell you a little bit more about this place. Built in 1238, this magnificent structure right behind me was commissioned by the King Narasimha Deva I from the Eastern Ganga dynasty. And this was built over 12 acres of property, took 12 years to build. Not only that, but it involved 1,200 laborers to get the work done. There was one condition. If the work wasn't done within the time limit given, that's 12 years, every last one of them would be killed. Ouch, that's kind of serious. This entire structure was made to represent the chariot of the sun god, with 7 horses pulling the chariot with a base of 24 wheels. Everything has a detail attached to it. The 7 horses symbolize the 7 days of the week, and the colors in the color spectrum while the 24 wheels represent the 24 hours of the day. Now, if you take a closer look over here, what you all will notice that there are 8 spokes. So the day is basically divided into 3 halves, and in the detailing, not only can you know the time from an era before the watch was invented, but over here you can even see the ideal living lifestyle, the schedule, the kings and the queens, everyone had to follow, representing a story as to how they existed back then. Originally, there were 5 temples which were meant to be here, and yes, there were 5 constructed, out of which 4 exist right now. Most of them are in ruins because of unfortunate circumstances, but the one right behind me, the center prayer temple, is 127 feet tall. The main temple, which sadly doesn't exist anymore, 227 feet tall, believe that. And the coolest thing about this is there's no mountain or anything close by up till a distance of 65 kilometers, and that's back at my home, Bhubaneswar. So what they did over here was they cut the rocks of Khandagiri, Dholgiri and Udaygiri and transported it through Daya Nadi all the way from Bhubaneswar till here. Wow! Till then, just look at these iron rods, taking a break, taking a breath, and just comprehend what they did 800 years ago. With over 128 mudrakalas, I.E. dance forms, the Nritya Mandap is nothing but sculptural beauty. Yo, look. They even did dandiya back then. Along with sculptural beauty, it is scientific genius as well. If you're standing at the prayer temple and you look at the Nritya Mandap, starting from the left, you will see there are 3 doors. If the sun rays are going past the first door, it's the rainy season. If it's going past the second door, it's summers. And if it's going past the third, it's winters. So the center temple, also known as the prayer temple, was 127 feet tall. It was built with multiple intricacies and educational values to humans of each stage in their life. The base of the temple was made specially for children and consisted of stories and inscriptions of over 12 lakh animals and even understanding of the then abided culture, along with a little bit of information here and there, even of sad stories such as child marriage, which was practiced back then. The center section. This consists of figures of that of art, of war, of dharma, duty, and understanding and the running of a household, even till a detailed sexual point of view. Now a lot of y'all are going to be like, oh my god, Yayati, see, back then they had such descriptive imagery even at temples. So how do I put it up to y'all? No, it's not that they had it because they were like, woohoo, it's fun. No, that wasn't the idea. The idea was simple. There weren't books, there weren't textbooks, there wasn't any internet, there was nothing. And people had to be educated about everything and what is done, how it's done, where it's done, when it's done. Hence, all of this was there. Not because of some random fetish which y'all will like, come on guys. And in case y'all will still be like, but Yayati, there was one guy, 3 girls. One word, polygamy. Look it up. So this is where everything gets interesting. This is my personal fun bit. So the main temple, the 227 feet structure, had 2 magnets, a 52-ton magnet and a 10-ton magnet. I may or may not be wrong, 19 piece, accept it, choliba. So what happens was, these 2 magnets obviously caused a magnetic field, because of which the statue of the sun god was levitating, and this created a phenomenal effect. But other than that, it did 2 other things. Thing number 1 is all the ships in the close by region, when they were traveling, their navigation would get messed up and the compasses would not show them the right direction, because of which way too many shipwrecks happened. And the second point, which is kind of my wow, they were such geniuses point, is remember the iron rods I was showing you all before. So these iron rods and clamps were the foundation and the parts which were holding the boulders together. Yeah, they were holding the boulders together. Now the fact that the magnet was there, it was causing a pull, because of which the entire pressure on the ground, which would have caused the entire collapse, did not happen. Like, I don't know if it makes sense, but you get it. what happened after that is once the magnet was removed, the integrity of the structure got compromised, and due time, over years, pow, 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 we lost nothing but beautiful, beautiful art. Now, these very rocks we walk on, all these rocks, all these statues and structures and details which we are seeing, they're very, like, how do I say, the slab which I'm sitting on, this is all that remains of the temple. It's sad. It is sad. Okay, I'm back home and this is so comforting. You know my love for my balcony, night or day. You see how comfortable it is. But yes, the story which we just discussed, everything about Konark, that was something, right? Traveling is not always about going from point A to point B to point C and jumping or getting out and just going. At times you just need to take a pause and absorb the culture. It's not about anything other than exploring your soul, getting things to perspective. I traveled this time, I realized that there's a structure which was built 800 years ago, even though damaged, is going to have much bigger a cultural impact compared to me much longer after I have gone. So yeah, subscribe, like, share. I don't think this is the right time to say it, but to read more about this temple, it's beautiful. And follow me on Instagram. Y'all can maybe decide where I go on my trips. I keep asking and taking polls. Bye. That was bad. Bye.